Trump undermines America's strategic partnership with India, a warning for New Delhi in a controversial statement that could reshape global perceptions of U.S. foreign policy. Former President Donald Trump admitted to using trade threats to halt India's military advance during a regional crisis. Speaking at a White House press conference, Trump revealed, "If you don't stop, we are not going to do any trade," and later reiterated in Saudi Arabia, "I use trade to a large extent to do it." This revelation has cast a long shadow over the U.S. India strategic partnership, raising urgent questions about trust, autonomy, and long-term defense cooperation. To get all the updates, please like, share, click on bell icon, comment on the video, and subscribe the video. Slumdog investigates economic blackmail over diplomatic dialogue. Trump's statement highlights a shift from traditional diplomacy to coercive economic tactics. The idea that the United States would use trade leverage to protect a state known for harboring terrorism, instead of consulting with its democratic ally, undermines the very foundation of a strategic partnership. For India, this signals that Washington may not hesitate to prioritize its own geopolitical interests, even at the expense of its allies. Strategic dependence becomes a liability. Over the years, India has significantly ramped up its purchase of American military hardware, ranging from aircraft and drones to surveillance systems. While this was initially seen as a move toward closer alignment with the West, Trump's comments confirm a long-standing Indian fear that in the event of a serious conflict, the U.S. could simply turn off the tap. When defense supply chains are vulnerable to political whims, national security is at risk. The urgent case for strategic autonomy. India's experience with Trump-era diplomacy reinforces the need for strategic autonomy. New Delhi must reduce its dependence on any single foreign power for critical military technologies and systems. Strengthening domestic defense manufacturing under the Make in India initiative and diversifying procurement sources will be crucial in safeguarding national interests. Recalibrating U.S.-India relations. While the U.S.-India partnership remains vital for balancing China in the Indo-Pacific, this episode calls for a reassessment of how reliable that partnership truly is. Trust, once broken, is difficult to restore, and India's policymakers must now consider whether future military cooperation should include safeguards against arbitrary disruptions. Trump's use of trade threats as a geopolitical weapon undermines the spirit of partnership and respect that has defined U.S.-India relations. For India, the takeaway is clear: true security lies in independence, not in dependence on the unpredictable politics of another power.